What is the octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my. I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means? 8-sided shape?
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute
Oh my
reserve
god,
student,
Nagito!
quite knowledgeable.
So rude!
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
The place befitting the name Octagon, it's probably... Select a suspicious spot. I mean, we saw the tower, so it's like in the center? Between the two? Strawberry House is the octagon, but isn't Strawberry House 4-sided? You're right, looks like I had a little misunderstanding. Crap. Oh no, that was the opposite. You know what I mean. Grape House is the octagon, but isn't Grape House 6-sided?
Crap!
Fuck! Huh. Maybe it's on the elevator? The tower's circular.
Crap!
It can't be it. Oh no. Oh my god. Game over. We didn't have enough health. Oof. Would you like to retry? Yes, please.
We will never give up!
I think it's on top of the green octagon. Wait, what green octagon? I didn't see that. The green hexagon? I tried that. I clicked on that, but... Like, maybe on top, like, on this side? Maybe on top, like, here? This is 1, 2, 3 sides, though. Literally where the cursor starts, I think.
Here!
Oh? Well, we found it, apparently.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the octagon?
This is Nagito's idea of Domin Hajime.
You know how the
Just being
4-sided
so
strawberry
rude.
house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Oh, that's true.
That's basically the gist of it.
Alright. There we go.
The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Yeah, I tried. What I first tried was to click in between the two buildings, but it's not actually in between them. It's on the top of the green building around the red building. It's not actually red, it's more like a rose, but...
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different.
There we go.
I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse, which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Wait. What?
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
So using the
The
elevator.
funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
So that's why the wires, they somehow use the wires to kill Nekomaru with the elevator?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? Well, we're finally getting somewhere now when the class trial is suspended. There we go.
Hiya!
Well, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Monomi. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monomi is a serious Stufatli. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stufatli, huh? That's not it. It's not it at all. Stupid, fat, ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be... Ta-da! Stufatli. Ah! There's a fat healer in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious Stufatli.
Sure. Would you like to save your current progress? Yes. There we go.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
Nagito spinning like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Actually, that's funny. I actually was watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Monday. I had traveled to another city, and on the airplane, they were playing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I might as well have a laid-back so what?
And actually, I watched it,
Ahead with high energy.
and I was like, wow, this show has really aged. I don't know, it feels so dated. Like the jokes, the things that are supposed to be funny, I was just kind of like, wow, this is really dated. It's crazy. I used to love it when I was a kid, but when I watched it again, it was kind of like, yeah, it's kind of funny, but like, it's dated as fuck though.
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
You would expect that something like comedy wouldn't like fall sharp to being dated, but it really does. I don't know.
Just like I say each time, don't forget to say it frequently.
But maybe it was just, maybe I just didn't get very good episodes, I guess. That might have been it. But that wasn't the one that was the most dated though. The one that I felt was most dated was another comedy show that was right after it. I don't know the name of it though. But the Fresh Prince also felt kind of dated, but it was still pretty okay
I
though.
never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
A lot of comedy doesn't stand the test of time. To be timeless is generally a good indicator of great comedy.
Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
I guess. It's because comedy is always like, what is comedy? Comedy is usually poking fun about the things in life, you know, about the not the monotony, but the, you know, the average life, the regular life, you know, things that are relatable to all of the people. So I guess that's why it feels dated, because those things were relatable to people in that time. So as the time passes, the things that are relatable to us change, I guess. So that's why it feels dated.
Is it really alright
I wouldn't
to
say-
accept the situation so easily?
I wouldn't say it makes it worse comedy though. It's just, you know, a product of its time, I guess.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is...
It was still pretty funny though. There was some... I still laughed along. It was just a couple of things I was like, wow.
the
This
killer who
feels
used the
dated as
building
fuck.
structure. Like who's Mekomaru's murderer?
Some of the jokes is what I mean to say.
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon?
Like
Nagito said it, you know.
one of the jokes that they made was like Will Smith. I don't actually know the name of him in the show. Or the name of the character. But anyways, Will, he gets like his sister. His sister is like, she doesn't want to date this man. And Will is like, well, if you don't want to date this man, you're gonna end up lonely once you're over 30 years old. And you're gonna be forced to date like really bad men. And like men who are like addicted to alcohol, and he was just like pressuring her into dating this man because if she becomes 30 years old, she won't be able to date anybody reasonable anymore. And he was just kind of like, and she went, wow, you're right. Okay, I'll give him one more chance. And you were kind of like, is that really it? I don't think that's it, Chief.
There's no way I'd lie
Anyways.
at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Wow, Nagito! A complete 360 from his original position.
Retract?
I know it's supposed to be at 180. I was
I'm
making a joke.
disappointed too, you know? If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
Fuck, I don't have that many years left to date, then better prepare myself to date alcoholics. Yeah, you just have to get with the first man that shows up, because otherwise, you know, just not gonna be able to date anybody once you're 30 years old.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
Good job, Gundam.
Forcibly
Smart
sacrificing
boy.
others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave
I
him
see.
alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as
Nagito.
fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know. Akane, you were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building's structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he had been beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. I mean, doesn't the pillar count as a building structure? So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that actually utilized the building structures? Dead battery, falling, crushed by the elevator. Crushed by the elevator? Nekomaru's actually cause of death was getting crushed by the elevator. He was crushed by the elevator? Sounds quite painful. So where and how was he crushed? Sorry, it looks like I misunderstood.
Crap.
Alright, so maybe it was falling? Was horribly damaged. Falling. Dead battery. Beaten by a blunt object. Falling.
I see.
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
So maybe it was actually a suicide.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
My cats are playing around now. Oh, please don't touch the USB cable. Please, please don't touch the USB cable, please. He touches lightly. I hope that doesn't break the stream. Nekomaru died from falling. Where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. From the pillar, maybe? Goodnight button, Akane's account, Fuyuhiko's account, contact elevator, broken doorknob, strange feeling in tower. Well, I might as well check the accounts then. My god, where's my cat doing? Job my portrait. There we go. No oil on the floor. Goodnight button at the back of Nekomaru's neck. It's not it. Akane's account. She heard a rumbling noise at around 5:30 a.m. That's probably not it. For Yuhiko's account. Saw Nekomaru walking towards the first floor of the strawberry house at 5. Broken doorknob. Maybe they tied Nekomaru to the doorknob? Not sure. Regardless of whether you enter from Grape Hole or Strawberry Hole, the placement of Nekomaru's body, the tipped over pillar, the oil stains, and even the disassembled parts Kazuichi arranged look exactly the same. Let's check the options we have again. Broken doorknob, strange feeling tower, goodnight button, Akane's account, for Yuhiko account. It's probably gonna be the broken doorknob, right?
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this?
Clock
After
alarm
locking
timer.
Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside,
Moving object.
the other door won't open.
So maybe the goodnight
Which
button?
means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
The
When
goodnight
the
button.
elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th
the
floor to the
elevator
1st
from the
floor
4th
and
to
made
the
use of the
1st.
drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
Oh, I think I got it.
That's wrong.
There we go.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Except if he was tied to the doorknob at the top floor.
Silence, pest!
Right?
Now you're calling me a pest?
A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Make your arguments. Wire, goodnight button, oil on the floor, tipped over pillar, new looking hammer, chain. Broken doorknob. It's probably gonna be the broken doorknob, right?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Cause the drop within the
So you're
elevator.
telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
The pillar.
What about the oil on the floor?
Oil on the floor.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Oh. There we go. Oh, maybe not. maybe not.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop.
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it
Hammer,
about time we
the
went
pillar,
over
The oil on the
the
floor.
The
oil,
doorknob on the
the
floor
doorknob.
seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Oh my god, Sonia.
Don't be so cold.
So rude.
What if I start to enjoy it?
Oh my god, no. Nekomaru is inside the elevator. How can you create a difference in elevation? I mean, I would expect the doorknob But maybe what are the other options we have? We have chain and wires, right? Wire, goodnight button,
You
oil
can
on the
cause the
floor,
drop within the elevator.
tipped over pillar,
So you're telling
you
us all
looking hammer,
to
chain.
think about the
Let's look chain and wire. Wire. Komori's body and left leg were tied with a metal wire. The tip of the wire were also tied into a loop. Chain. A chain was wrapped around the handles of the door at the back of the Grape Tower. For some reason, the killer was able to enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. Kinkichi? Oh god, please no. So it's gonna be the wire, right?
That arrangement is. The hammer is suspicious.
Hammer.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Pillar.
What about the oil on the floor?
The
Oil.
doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Doorknob.
How about we all shut up and listen to what?
Silence!
Don't.
What if I start to enjoy it?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
What's the drop? No. Ah, why would I try that? That's obviously not it. It's a mistake.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
So maybe it's gonna be the tipped over pillar?
That arrangement is. The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Maybe it's gonna be this. I guess not.
Crap!
If you arrange it a certain
You
way,
looking hammer.
you
chain.
can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all
Broken doorknob.
to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is.
Oil.
The hammer is suspicious.
Tipped over pillar.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
Chain.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Wire. Maybe I wanna
about
agree
we all
with the
shut up and
doorknob
listen
on
to
the
what she
floor
says?
and wire?
Don't.
What if I start to enjoy it?
Maybe that's it. Let's try that. We haven't tried that yet. I think
If
that
you
might be
arrange
it.
You can cause the drop.
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement. The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we...
What about
Pillar,
the oil
the
on the floor?
hammer,
The
the
doorknob on
oil,
the floor seems
the
suspicious.
doorknob on the floor.
I agree with
Oh,
that.
we got there. So we just had to use the wire instead of the broken doorknob. There we
Didn't the
go.
doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair. That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Lewd.
You better not finish that sentence!
the killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Oh,
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
maybe the alarm clock? Silver pillar, pillar fragments, clock's alarm timer. That's probably gonna be it.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him up. There's no way they could do that.
It
Advance.
doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Where is it?
If
Oh,
he
there
was
we go.
sleeping, there's no way he
Ah,
could
I
do that
missed
to
it.
But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Neko is just impossible. End of story.
I missed it. Just give me 1 second though.
What?
There we go.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words.
It was Sonia's love, but it's in
What do you
vain
think would
because
happen
Sonia
if
got the
Nekomaru
hots for the
woke up while he was
hamsters.
suspended
I
upside
think she
down
got the
in
hots for
midair?
the dark prince, not the hamsters. Maybe she likes both.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they
It's a
suspended
package
Nekomaru.
deal. Sounds like a good package. To me at least.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
Okay.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Yeah, it looks more like the center of the doorknob to me, but
But Nekomaru
I guess, yeah.
didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
alright. We figured out the structure of the place. We figured out how he was killed. We still have no idea who did it though.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full power! Wah! With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But, yeah, he forced the doorknob before, so that's probably why. Not yet. Here comes the incredible strength of 1 million horsepower! Wah! Wait, isn't it creaking? If we break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. If that's really what it was, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to
I
find.
see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Oh my god, dude, relax.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Oh my god.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
This
So
game
thanks to that
sometimes.
alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Yeah, he crashed into the pillar. So Nekomaru crashed it straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I think that happened to him was he collided with the pillar.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Cola came out of his eyes. Should have picked that just for the loss. I don't know. I didn't even see that was one of the options. I just ran straight for the pillar. That's pretty funny though.
Then what about the alarm?
Love how for you here, because the straight man know this. A neat and direct dynamic with Kazuichi. I like how they're doing Kazuichi. It's much better than what they were doing with Teru before. It's definitely like he's a pervert, but at least it's like funny, you know?
I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Baby gangster.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible.
At least Kazuichi isn't a predator. Yeah. At least he's not like, he's just dumb, exactly. He's not a weirdo. I mean, he's kind of a weirdo, but
I still got to
know what
the
I mean.
tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more, I'll be able to reach the truth. Should definitely be a clue to be breaking from this contradiction. I actually like Kazuichi because of how much of a goofy he is. I like him too. He's a fun character at least. Teru was just not funny. He was just disgusting, you know? He was just like, can you just stop talking?
We headed
Ever?
for Grape Tower
And I guess he stopped, so.
before 7 a.m. I am certain.
Okay, radio clock, the doorknob, the goodnight button, Fuyuhiko's account, wall clock.
But
Let's check those real quick. Wall clock. At 5:30, the alarm wall clock in the lounge on Strawberry's house, the second floor, started going off. Fuyuhiko was at the lounge by coincidence and managed to stop the alarm, but Kazuichi and Gundam rushed to the lounge after being alerted by the sound. However, Nagito was apparently the only one who didn't hear it. Fuyuhiko's account. Apparently, Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru walking towards the first floor of the Strawberry House at 5. 5 and the wall clock. Wait, does it say the time he heard the big noise? No, it's just a noise from the wall clock. Check the other options we have. Fuyuhiko's account, wall clock,
was set for
contact
7:30
elevator,
a.m.
clocks, alarm timer,
Nekomaru died because
radio
of that alarm,
clock.
This time of death
Broken
and the time the
doorknob.
body was discovered.
It's probably gonna be
One of
radio
those
clock,
must
I
be
would
an
think.
illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, that can't be done. That can't be done. Because it's a radio clock. So that's the contradiction. That's easy. They just have
We
to
headed
skip
for
this
Grape
whole
before 7
thing.
a.m.
But the alarm inside was set for 7.
Nekomaru died.
This time of death and one of those must.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
To be fair, Teru didn't get as much time to develop, but yeah, it's
No,
like him
the
too.
clock inside his chest
It's
was
just-
a radio clock.
He wasn't
It would've
very
been
interesting
impossible to
though.
mess with.
What will he develop into? I don't know. I guess I could develop out of being a like creepy weirdo, but still though. It's just they didn't make him funny. I don't know. Maybe he's funny for like the Japanese audience or something, but he just felt like way too tacky.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Kazuichi, on the other hand, he's still kind of like that, but he's actually kind of funny.
Maybe
So
the clock Miss Sonia saw was
he's
the one that got
goofy
tampered with.
and not just like a weird creep.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the fun house.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me.
He
we're
developed
not
into a
lying.
tempura shrimp.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
That's a good way to put it, I guess. The time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. It's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something? Think. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to the mystery. Logic dive again? Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Ooh, I shouldn't go that way. Ah! Alright, here we go. Nice and easy. Never mind. Okay, I need to look at